Steve, another good show. Back-to-back shows. I quite enjoyed the one up in Hull. Another one that was almost falling apart again, and you've managed to pull it together. We've got 7 good fights, and we won't talk about the last 2 fights because we'll save them to the end. But they were brilliant. But we had Ibn Nadim, Ricky Hatton's super bantamweight opening the show, and another very good performance by him.
Yeah, he's getting better all the time, maybe. Obviously, because I'm close with Paul, his manager, and Ricky, who trains him. We've seen a lot of him, and he's an ABA champion, and probably a lot of weight on his shoulder when you turn up as an ABA champion. But he's doing it the hard way on the small hall shows. I mean, he just had a bereavement in the family, so he was, really strong-willed him to actually fight on Sunday. So fair props to him, and that'll have done him no harm. He'd have got 6 good rounds out of that. The kid is tough, as we know.
He fought that shot against Jake Harrison, didn't he?
Yeah. Good little test for him, and he passed it with flying colours. He's obviously got a big reach advantage on him and most of his opponents, and he uses that. But there was sometimes at the show yesterday in Hull where Gomez was getting under the jab and working him, and he had to fight inside, and that's something in his game I've not seen before. But he can have a fight, and it wasn't a bad little fight to open the show, was it?
No. I think we all forget he's absolutely huge as a super bantamweight.
Yeah, big man.
And then we had our own Ben Marchby, Mr. Mustard, because he's getting better with every fight, mate.
Yeah, well, he had a long time out, didn't he, from being a junior. Never fought as a senior.
We had 1 fight as a senior.
Yeah, did it? Right, okay. And he's had time out, and so we all knew he was a prospect, and we've got him 4 fights, I think, in about 7 months now, and he's improved on each of them. I mean, to be honest, his opponent on Sunday was someone we only got on Thursday, I think, and he is too good for those kids, but it was a question we needed to get the rounds out for him and get him in the ring, and so we did, and he did what was expected. He just beat him up, didn't he? And Nabib said to me afterwards, like he had to really dig deep to get through the 4 rounds, and he's never boxed anyone who's as sharp, so that was good compliment.
And speed of punch as well, just everything was wonderful.
Yeah.
Then we had a young kid I've never seen before, don't know too much about him. He's making his debut, a kid called Logan Richardson. Who's he trained by then?
Yeah, he's trained and managed by that Ivor who looks after Valdez. So again, I mean, big thing, isn't it, when you're making your debut, and certainly doing it at home town, there's a lot of pressure on him, and he lost the first round, didn't he? He was getting caught with quite a lot of silly shots, but he come back to win the last 3, and he'll be entertaining him. We'll certainly use him again. Yeah.
Very pleasing style.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a brother who's different name, I don't know the story behind it, but called Louis Weston. We was trying to match him up, but unfortunately we didn't get that one over the line, so he didn't fight. But me and Tom will go back to Hull again, and we'll use him, because it's not just about what I've got and I manage, because there's only 2 of my kids on yesterday, like Sonny and Hash weren't ready, but we'll go back to the City Hall, and
it was nice to be out there
yesterday.
It was, wasn't it? So, especially on those last 2 fights.
Another few hundred in there, and we'll get it back to the boom days when Tommy was there, which is the intentions. Yeah.
Well, then we had our second fighter on there, a kid making his debut for us, but it was his 6th fight, Luke Fisher, and I was very impressed with him. I didn't really know what to expect of him.
Yeah, I mean, he was fighting a kid who's had a lot of fights and knew his way around, and so it was going to be hard to look good, but he did look good, and I was completely satisfied with what he did under the circumstances, because again, you've got to remember, he's not fought for a long time, but hit with a few silly shots, but listen, he's boxing, and
it was in the last round, that wasn't it?
He'll do him no harm getting 6 rounds out, and he'll be better than his next one.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it. Some good times there. And then we had Valdez on against a kid I didn't know too much about, but he had a winning record. I think it was 3-2-2. And,
to be honest with you, I didn't see that one because we was having problems with the mic, weren't we, and things like that, and the PA system. So I was.
That's always getting upset, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I had to run around and try and sort things out. But you know, I didn't see it. But Valdes is always an entertaining fight, so presuming it was okay. Yeah.
It was a little walk certainly towards the end of it as well. But the kid who used to be one of our fighters, Lewis Sylvester, who came out, the noise that his fans made was amazing.
Yeah, I picked up on that, and I was talking to Mike Gibbons in the pub afterwards. I said that was great tunes to come out with. Caravan of Love, but he was explaining that the group's from Hull, so there's a bit of affinity there, and you know, he got a great reception, and it was a fantastic fight. I felt sorry for Jordan Ellison at the end of it because 59-56 didn't do him justice.
I felt that was fair, mate. I felt like he was in control of the first 5 rounds, but the last round, just enjoyed it so much. I mean, he lost that round.
Jordan won that round, big, didn't he? But I
wanted to know the 2 rounds.
There was 3 of the 6 rounds which were really close, and Jordan could have had a couple of them, maybe shared 3 of them. So if Lewis won by 1 point, fair plays. If it was a draw, fair plays. But 59-56, I don't think it was fair on Jordan, but if you've seen it different, it is subjective, isn't it?
Sometimes I don't always see everything behind the camera, you try and make sure you've got everything.
Well, what you did see is the same as me and everybody else in there, was a cracking fight, wasn't it? Yeah?
It was. Yeah. I was beaming from behind the camera.
And the argument is, was it topped by the one afterwards, because that was a belting fight. We was arguing which was the best fight in the pub afterwards, which is great, isn't it? And better than arguing about which was the worst.
But I was tired because I filmed 3 shows. I filmed on Friday night in Leeds, I filmed in Oldham the night before, and so I was tired. And you know, when it was 8 rounds with Conor Coghill, I knew it was going to go the all 8 rounds, and I thought I might, but I wasn't. It's like, in the 3rd round, he got dropped, didn't he, with a body shot.
I didn't know. I was talking to people who were saying, oh, he got twice. I said, well, when did he go down? I didn't know he'd gone down in the 3rd.
But just before that, he got his head rocked back about literally 10 seconds before the end of that 3rd round. And I thought, oh, he's in trouble here. And then he looked like he just managed to survive it. And the last punch of the round, he caught him with a sweet body shot. And suddenly he just fell down. He thought, oh my God. And it reminded me of his coach, Tommy Coyle, in that fight with Pasquale.
It
was an absolute brilliant.
Was that in the 3rd then, or in the 7th?
That was in the 3rd round when he went down. Then he went down. I'm not sure if it was in the 6th or the 7th when he went down with another body shot.
Yeah, it was the 7th because he went on to get the stoppage in the same round, didn't he? Which was good, and Tom was really pleased the fact that he's shown the balls to go down a couple of times and get up and have a fight, and you know. He got the stoppage, didn't he? Which was great.
So what a way to round off the night, and also gain your first. I called it an epic battle. It was a small classic, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, I'm not saying the show was bad, but up to there, it was just average, wasn't it? And the last 2 fights made it worthwhile for everyone who come, and I think everyone did stay and watch it.
And I think the crowd was, you know, some of the venues where we go, they do come and go. But I think everyone who was in there for that. It was on a Sunday, there was nowhere else to go.
I must thank Mitch from Hull City Council for sponsoring the show, and we provided 200 tickets to the amateur clubs and the schools, and they were up in the gallery, and they all stayed, and I bet they're all in schools today talking about what a wonderful event they went to. So it was good for the City of Hull to get the boxing back down there, and you know, there's always been talented amateurs there, but they don't really come through in the droves like they do in Liverpool and in Manchester, and it'd be nice if Tom can just get a little bit ticking over there. As you say, I've got big plans for Sonny and Ashton there as well, and we want to build them up to stars in Hull. So
yeah, it looks for a bright future. I mean, it's nice for us as well because you are diversifying. You know, we've not just been doing Leeds and Manchester like we've been doing for a while. Manchester and Liverpool. We've now going to be putting plenty of shows on in Liverpool.
Yeah.
In Leeds,
yeah.
and obviously Hull. So,
yeah.
you know, we've
Listen,
right across the
we've just
north.
done 4 in 4 weeks, haven't we? And then we've got a rest this weekend because it's Josh Warrington. We've got Mason Cartwright for the Green Tuesday on the Friday, Josh on the Sunday, and then we've got 2 shows in the week, haven't we? Then we've got Wigan and Blackpool. So what have we done? We've done Leeds, Liverpool, Bolton and Hull in 4 weeks. So week off.
But then you have got a show penciled in for May, and you've got 3 shows in June again.
I think it's 2 in June and 2 in July, yeah.
All right. Oh, right, so we're moving right all the way into summer.
And an August break, so we'll probably announce them coming up soon, but cracking show at weekend, and big week for VIP. You know, a couple of kids on the undercard with Josh, but it's all about Josh regaining his world title on Saturday.
You confident?
I am confident, yeah. Everything's gone well, touch wood. He's looking as good as he has done, and
I must admit,
I'm really pleased with where
I went
he
to
is.
see him last week, and you know, he's always in great shape, but he looks really on fire, mate. So
yeah.
I'm fingers crossed we get a new world champion.
Yeah. Alright then, Lee.
See you later, Steve.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.